Mind.
Smash!
Anderson Silva. This guy's prowess, with his hands and feet, are virtually unparalleled. The way he strikes, there's a grace to it, an elegance, a beauty to it. The way he looks at his opponent, as if there's nothing there. His fists fly through their guard like it's no big deal. His legs, his kicks, his front snap kick in particular, comes out of nowhere. Gracefully, effortlessly, hits his opponent on the chin with the pinnacle of what precision should look like, knocking his opponent out. What the hell? What in the hell? Anderson Silva had a dancing background, and I believe a lot of his fighting capacity has been attributed not just to his long and slender frame, but to his tap dancing and ballet background. Why, you ask? Well, the simple way to look at it would be that, he increased his balance and flexibility, and that innately gave him more options, more angles through which he could strike through. But let's take a deeper dive into the brain. The body is an instrument, similarly to a violin, a guitar. When you play any instrument, you thicken this part of the brain called the corpus callosum. And when you do that, you basically increase your brain's capacity to quickly and efficiently communicate in between hemispheres. Right? The different hemispheres of your brain communicate faster. Which means when you see a problem out there, when you see any kind of situation, and you've kind of trained a myriad of ways, even if they're not directly correlated to that problem at hand, your brain will be more creative, faster. You will problem solve faster when you see that individual, when you see that problem. A perfect example in a very contrary way would be Albert Einstein. I watched a segment on D News where Einstein, his tremendous capacity to calculate the universe, they attributed that to his ability to play the violin at an early age. They believed his thickened corpus callosum was a byproduct of him adopting an instrument early on, and this later translated in his processing ability, his problem-solving ability, thus giving the illusion that this genius almost came out of nowhere, effortlessly, when in reality, it was a derivative of something else he exercised. Anderson is very much the same way. The body is an instrument to the brain through which we use, and as we move it in irregular ways, as we refine different techniques over and over again, different ways of thinking, different patterns of behavior, different mindsets, we bridge more synapses, and the more synapses we bridge, the thicker our corpus callosum has to be to communicate throughout the brain. And in doing so, your creative prowess, your ability to simply move more fluidly, to use the full range of motion you've been granted, is accentuated. So his ballet, his tap dancing, his dance background was not just a punishment. He was initially punished by he was forced to take ballet at a young age as punishment, ridiculed by other people, called gay. But in reality, this accentuated his prowess. His ability to strike was accentuated. And now that fluid grace he has when he punches, when he kicks, when he strikes, it's very subtle. It's very difficult to initially tell where that fluidity in his fist came from, that articulate prowess came from. But the same way you play an instrument, and your brain gets thicker, your corpus callosum gets thicker, the fluidity he's ingrained into his body, his quick, articulate prowess ingrained, the increased balance, his rapid ability to communicate between hemispheres, executing moves faster to address the problem in front of him. Because at the end of the day, when you're in a ring When you're in the octagon, when you see your opponent, you're problem solving. You're not just fighting another person. You're solving a problem in front of you, and they're doing the same. The thicker your corpus callosum is, the faster you can communicate between the hemispheres, the faster you can solve that problem. The faster you can find that move that addresses that situation in the moment. That's how dancing helps him fight better. That's why he's so adaptable. That's why his brain is so articulate. And that's why this guy's punches fly through the opponent's guard effortlessly, as if they were never guarding to begin with. I hope you try it out yourself. Dance your way to victory. And even if it doesn't help you become more articulate, you'll annoy the hell out of your opponent. Peace!